Greetings, fellow Earthlings. We're going to install a radio, aftermarket radio, and a market radio. This one is stuck. The CD is stuck in there. And I also want to be able to play MP3s or phone or whatever, iPods. So this little radio is cheapy, 79 bucks. And it has a new CD, of course, and it has the entrance there for the phone or MP3. So we're going to show you how to do it. I looked online for videos for doing this, and all I saw was pictures or explanations. It really didn't show it, but this is for a 2004 Chevrolet Colorado pickup. What you're going to need is your new radio. You're also going to need the you're going to need to order this wiring harness online. These are about 37 bucks online. If you buy it in a store, it's 99 bucks. I think if you buy it at Walmart, it's a little cheaper, but I went with a better quality. And wiring it together is pretty easy. Once your new radio has the wires that come with it, you wire the harness together by using the colors. Blue, of course, they don't always match, but blue and blue with the lines through it. The yellow goes with yellow, orange with orange, and green with green. You can see the greens are different colors, but they're green, and so on and so forth. So it's pretty easy. There's the purples, there's the grays. They're slightly different color, but they're the same. One has a black stripe, which is a negative. The other one has a black stripe. I just wire them together with electrical tape, tight. You just kind of cut off a little bit of the tip of each wire and then screw and pin them together. And you can use electrical connections or just tape like I do. And you'll also need a stereo installation kit. This is because since this is a thinner model, this is going to make it where it installs the stereo part here, and then it's going to give a little storage compartment here for CDs, papers, or condoms or whatever. Alright, so let's get started. A quick note, I got this electrical connection off of eBay. I forget the name of the company, but it was a pretty reputable one. It was 37 bucks, includes the shipping. And it did come with the chimes, because when you disconnect stuff back there, the chimes are working with the radio. If you tried to go anywhere else or to wire it yourself, a lot of folks will tell you that it will mess up with your computer, so I'm not going to take a chance. I went ahead and got the parts. Like I said, 37 bucks for that. It comes with the chimes, and so it's wired all together so that the chimes work as well. It's got this extra connection here, and that's where these chimes will go. Alright. The other thing that you're going to need is that stereo installation kit for the face plates and stuff. This one's from Scosche. I actually got this one at Walmart for 13 bucks. Everywhere else will charge you about 99 bucks, and I believe that includes the kit and the wires, but it's still 99 bucks. So that's so you know. And of course each of them comes with their own instructions with all kinds of parts, so you put that together first. Do everything you can first outside of the stereo, outside of the truck, so that you can have it easy to put on later. Alright? This radio installation kit has the instructions for a whole lot of different cars and trucks from 1992 and up, 1992 to 2008. So inside there, when you open the kit, look up whether you're doing a one DIN or a single DIN or a double DIN or whatever they call that. We're doing a single DIN into a double DIN receptacle. So just look it up in here, and it says right here on the Chevrolet Colorado 2004 and up, or GMC Canyon, and just follow the instructions. Put that together real quick first before you start. Okay, we're going to start removal of the stereo, the factory stereo. So I'll show you how to do that real quick. I'm going to have to back up a little bit on the camera. You grab it from the bottom here. This panel is going to come off. Grab it from the bottom and just stick your fingers in there and snap it out carefully. like that. There's some wires back here. You can either unplug that, it's the hazard lights, or you can just leave them there and just turn it upside down and leave it up there on your dash, just out of the way. And here what we're going to do is remove this cover here. Actually just remove these bolts here, these little screws. There's 1, 2, and 3. So we'll do that real quick and come back to you.
Big.
Once you've got the stereo pulled out, a couple of wires are in the back. There's only 2. One's the antenna. Wiggle that out. This right here, you might need a what they call an antenna adapter. I think I saw these at Walmart for like $7 or something. It basically turns it from this little connection to the stereo connection that goes in the back of these. And then the main wire is this one here. You just squeeze a little bit on these tabs and wiggle it out. That's it. Your old stereo. Save it for safekeeping just in case. On your faceplate installation, the radio installation kit, the instructions do say to cut off and remove the shaded brackets, and it's quite a bit of them. I've already done this one and installed that little bracket here. I'm going to do the left side. This is the right side. Left side shows the picture there pretty easy. You snap off these brackets. I just push them over and they snap, come off, and says this one. You just keep going until you get exactly the ones that they say to snap off. Whenever you're working on this part here, it says to snap all of these shaded areas off, and some of them won't snap just right away. You actually have to do a little scoring, a little marking. I tried to snap that one. You'll see how it broke a little bit, but I scored this one and you see it's not broke. So the way you do that is just here where you're gonna cut it, just use a knife or something and score it, make a little line so that it'll have something to break at. Just like that. And then try bending it carefully. Just like that. Otherwise you're going to break the whole thing. You got to go back and get a new one. Okay, once you've got this faceplate put together, you'll see that they kind of snap together, and we've snapped off all the things it says on the instructions. And you'll also see that these are specially made for when you start putting it back. You'll notice there's a groove or a little divot, and that's where this one will go, and then there's a screw hole there. And this one I left it off so you could see it easier. On this left side, same thing. Once this snaps into that frame, it's got the cutouts for the little tab here and the 2 bolt holes that'll hold that in. So once you got this faceplate installed, follow the instructions on how to put it onto your radio, and then we'll go to the next step. Once you've got your faceplate installed or put together, you got the sides, the left and the right. It even says on there right and left, because you're installing it this way. This is right, this is left, just like regular. And you've got to put your little bin in there for a doubled in and screw that in there. Once that's installed, you're pretty much ready to install your radio. Some radios come with this little faceplate part on the front. That's for regular installations. You take that off, it snaps right out, because you won't need it when you install this part in here. It'll go straight in. Alright, the way you get this to fit inside here, inside this assembly, is to make sure you bend these tabs down. Alright, both sides. That way once you push it in there, it'll lock. Alright, so once you've got the faceplate and little bin and everything screwed in there, you've got it attached. I had to kind of work those in, but it's ready to go, it's ready to install. So what we're going to do here is remove the trash. We're going to put the plug in where it belongs on the new radio. I had it unplugged because it was easier to work with to connect these wires. And then the other side is going to go connected to here. Should go in. Just like that. Plugged in. And then this, you will need the adapter that makes it fit, but it goes right inside of that antenna part. Just like there. Take all these wires and hide them in the back somewhere. You can tape them, you can zip tie, whatever you feel like is better for you. We're also going to have to install the the box, the chime box, inside there somewhere, so we'll do that next. Alright, so we've got the wires connected. I connected that chime box and stuck it back there. You can hear it going off. I needed that adapter, but in the meantime I'm going to just connect this in there and just let it ride for a while. It won't have radio, but at least I'll have MP3. And then you just slip that in there. It's a tight fit, which is a good thing. Right about there. Make sure you got on the pegs here, and then you install your screws there. Alright, so we've got the radio in there, we've got it screwed in, it looks pretty nice. Now let's put the cover back on, same way it came off. Keep the wires in there. And then snap it into place. It. There's a new stereo installed. Now the next thing the stereo actually says to do is to cycle the key on so that it recognizes the stereo. Let's see if that'll stop the 3 beeps. You turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, and turn it on one more time. Now let's turn it on and see if it works. Alright, so after you cycle your key on, off, and on, that resets the computer so that it reads this new radio. Let's turn it on and see if we got radio. CD player works and everything. Thanks to my cameraman and faithful companion. Thanks for watching.